the campaign's been out for 24 hours, right? Let me just show you what people have been doing. Because what on earth, right? On the first maps, it starts out pretty like chill. And then you get to map 6. Earlier today, I boot up the game and Cobra King 313 is in first place with the world record. A player I have never heard of from the United States. And so I decide to watch his replay. And he doesn't do the start trick, so he's far behind. Far behind relatively on this map. But then, look at this. He goes around the turn, completely misses the road, and drives on the scenery ledge to get a booster to reduce airtime and go way faster to the finish. Somehow Cobra King 313 was able to do this, like, right off the bat. Like, this is a good shortcut. Manslaughter aside. Look at that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think he wiped out about 10 spectators to get this record. But actually kind of insane shortcut. Every time you hear phrases like far behind, it throws you off. I mean, this is... How did he even continue with such a bad start? I don't know. And many other people have done it, though. After it was found. What? 4 or 5. Like, you just jump on the ledge and drive. Curious if anyone will use this in the tournament. I don't think it's that consistent. And then, unfortunately, which seems to happen every time, I don't know how the developers don't think about this. When you place reactor boosters, you open up the possibility for problems. Big problems. Because you can just take the reactor booster, fly across the reset, and then zoom away with a lot of speed. This has happened every campaign. Almost seems like it's by design. Almost seems like they wanted this to happen. But I did not. I even said it in my discovery, like, this looks really good. This looks fun. Unless there's some weird, like, reactor booster tricks to get world record, I will hunt this. Going for this exact flight does not seem very fun. Other than that, crazy tricks, there's a little neat jump that people found on this map. I wouldn't call it a shortcut, but you will see what Elcon and others have done here. Getting a speed slide into a no slide on the start. Then clean airtime reduction here. Also these uphill drifts that are very hard to predict. And then at the end of the map, you go through another very steep drift. And then you can jump out to the left here. Instead of trying to drive down the grass slope, steering a lot, you just full send down. That's something I think people will actually be doing. You have the map, well, there's 13, but let's first see 12. Because it has another trick of its own. You ruined my bobsleigh fun? Yeah, no, it gets worse. This one has... I mean, small tricks to it. Nothing too crazy, but still worth noting. Reactor flight, and then you have the ending here. Speed slide into what? Flying onto the ledge here to get a hover boost. You heard me. A hover boost. You hover over a platform and you get a boost. Crazy trick. And the name just makes a lot of sense too. That's why they call it the hover boost. Then map 13, where, well, isn't this fun? Isn't this exceptionally fun? To get a reactor booster, skip a reset, and then be faster for the entirety of the map. And zoom away. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Actually, that's just, it made the map way better. I don't know how this is going to be like to play, but I mean, what a ridiculous strategy. And it only is faster because he gets a hover boost here. If you look at his speed, right? He goes from 200 to 480 on the landing. In basically an instant. And it turns out to be way more valuable to be fast than it is to be ahead on this map. So it works out. So that's another another shortcut of sorts already. Yeah, 16 we saw yesterday. I'll still show this because I think it's cool. If you have not seen what Cabby and others did here. in the end of map 16, people go backwards. Because when you go backwards across a reactor booster down, you get reactor booster up. And then you can hover across the snow instead of driving on it. However, Kebby did like one step further because he got a backwards hover boost. Whereas the others just drove. He actually got a boost going across it. Right there. Which is very impressive. A zoop. Backward zoop. That's quite cool, in my opinion. 25, another shortcut. Let's just look at Alcon Musk, also known as Medicine, who will show us how to drive this map properly. It's a pretty good bobsleigh in the start, but then it gets really different right around here, where the developers placed a reactor booster. And with this, he ice slides into a greater than 90-degree angle to get reactor booster up. And then he flies across the no-steer block and has way more speed. There's actually, I think there is a refresh of the reactor booster right here at the checkpoint. So you get reactor booster up. And then he uses that. It's like, why do they even place them? They know this is gonna happen. Nearly every reactor booster is getting abused for some kind of shortcut. And it's not just this campaign. Like, let me go back, you know, to this campaign, for example. There was a map I really wanted to hunt. Summer 14. Bobsleigh map. They finally made a map that I would enjoy playing. Bobsleigh. Great fun. Bobsleigh is a cool style, you know? Just normal bobsleigh driving. Finally a map I can really excel at. Something enjoyable. Except it has one reactor booster. One. And so you have to do this trick. And it's all in the reactor. Like, he got 700 speed from this one, and then, you know, he's just gone. This map would be such a banger without the reactor booster. And there are more examples, but I digress. Also got sent a clip here. This is on the map 12. Where you want to flip the car. There's no way this is faster. Is this faster? Skipping the reset? I don't think you have enough time to make use of the speed advantage yet. Medicine said it would be faster. It's tough. Wirtual already gets like 600 speed on this drop down. Or maybe it's the last drop down. I don't know. It's interesting. By the way, before that, I got a stupidly good record on Track of the Day. I got top 27. And there was a guy who, he wasn't driving the fastest, but he was incredibly consistent at the Track of the Day, which is the troll track. In the start, he just crashed the same wall over and over again. I opened the dashboard to see what he was steering, right? And what he was steering was 0.094. Do you have action keys that can limit your steering to like 40, 60, 80, 20, 40, 60, 80? And he was doing that every single round. And so people asked, like, how are you doing this? How are you getting so consistent? The guy literally placed books on his controller to make it perfectly hold 0.094 on his controller every single round. And because of that, he was able to not just win Cup of the Night, but Cup of the Day as well. Just back-to-back wins. He did this every single round. This guy is literally using custom action keys, but in a smart way. I would classify this as a Stone Age version of a controller notch. We are using textbook tasks now. Let me try to show you. Look at this.
If he's still in. I don't see him, but Kuba is doing it.
So he's just crashing the wall.
Is also doing it.
At 0.094.
Yeah, on top of each other.
And they just keep holding this all the way.
On top of each other.
And it gives this exact outcome.
Today.
And then they just drive to the finish. And you can see he didn't win the round.
Leaving.
But then you go next round. What does Guy ST do? Exact same thing. Yeah, he basically does this every round. I want to hear what people think. Do you think it's cheating to use a book or any object to give yourself a locked steering? Physical action keys have arrived if we're going this route. It's just a strat, maybe. It's such a specific situation that it will work only once. The principle will work. Let's say that this is the outline for our controller. This is the actual like control stick. You can have notches. So if you move the entire stick into this notch, then it just gets stuck here. And this could be like, I don't know, 60%. That's effectively what the guy did just with books. Like a book here and a book here to get an exact percent. They do this in Melee. Have you seen Melee controllers before? Look at this. There are so many notches that you put the controller into. Like you move it into this, it gets stuck. Into here, it gets stuck. Here, it gets stuck. Their entire setup is an action key. The notch is cheating, the book isn't. That does not make any sense at all. The problem is the map being deterministic. The entire game is. I'm afraid. The entire game is very deterministic.